What's going on, guys? Camden back with another video. Today I'm just going to bring you along day in the life. I'm 24 years old. I own 3 businesses, so I'm going to show you all about them. First things first, our junk removal. That's my main thing, and then I own a car lot with my mom and dad, and then me and my wife just took over a local self-serve car wash. So I'm going to bring you guys along. Today's Monday. It's really cold, 30 degrees outside, but we're going to see what we get into today. First things first, we've got a bunch of stuff from like this job over the weekends. We did just hauled off a bunch of stuff. I did sell some of this over the weekend, but I've got some of this junky stuff like this roll of plastic. I'm not gonna try to sell on Facebook, or that shirt press or that stuff over there. I'm gonna just take it to the local auction house. Same thing with like this old radio, I don't know, some hats and stuff. That's from the car wash, but little TV. So I'm gonna set all this outside. My guy's coming, he's gonna pick up all this, and then I've got another pile of stuff right outside the door here, and then we've got to jump in the truck, take 2 tires out to the tire shop, get them patched, and then head out, pick up a dumpster, get that dumped, and then get back to the office and open up the car lot. So I'm gonna bring you guys along with me today, see what we get into, and just see what it's like running 3 businesses. So I just got everything set out here for him. It's just so much random stuff. This is from a job over the weekend, but shirt press, TV, wire, some ammo mag things, filing cabinet, boat batteries, ductwork, and then he's got a full load in his truck. I have to run his truck when we were doing the job. Gotta grab these 2 tires. Kind of starting to look like a junkyard around here, but I have a problem keeping things, so get them tires loaded up, and then we will head out to the tire shop and then head up and pick up the dumpster. This is pretty cool. I found this on the job too. It's a pottery wheel, works and everything. I sold there was a kiln as well. I sold it yesterday for $300, and then I sold a rolling table it had as well for $500 yesterday. So that job we're already sold up to $800 worth of stuff, so probably another $200 or $300 worth of that, and then what that stuff brings at the auction. So I'm gonna get these things loaded up and get them out to tire shop to get them fixed. So we just dropped the tires off at the tire shop here to get fixed. I don't know if you guys can see this behind me, but just a local tire shop in the area. I'm telling you, if you guys are doing any type of junk removal, dumpster rentals, or any time that you're going to be going to the transfer station or the dump, you have got to find a good tire shop. We go through so many tires, and every week they're getting patched. I mean, the transfer station just does not clear the pad off good enough, so there's constantly nails. So that's one thing we deal with, is like $50 a week in just tire patches and getting those fixed, which we do have a tire machine up at our car lot. I don't want to mess with them. I mean, I've done a few of them, and then I end up messing it up, and then now I messed up a $200 tire. So take it to them. Since I take so many to them, they just charge me $15 a piece, so that's easier for me. So luckily the tire shop's on our way to pick up the dumpster, so we're gonna head out there, get that picked up, and then the transfer station's actually on our way back into town, so it all kind of works out this morning. This dumpster will be a heavy one. We already picked up 1 last week from her, so we brought her 2. They're redoing the stucco siding on the house, ripping it all off, and it's an old stucco, so it's about, you know, an inch thick of basically concrete. So the last can weighed like 4 tons, and then so this one will hopefully be around that or less. Anytime we get over the 5-ton mark, it just gets where the trailer doesn't really want to dump it, especially on like a cold morning like this, being hydraulic. And then she's paying the dump fees on it, because 4 tons will be $600 dump fee, so I just charge her a flat fee haul-in for them. So we're gonna get this picked up, we'll see what it weighs, and then we'll stop back by the tire shop, get those picked up, and then head to the office. So we just pulled in to pick up this trailer, just got backed up to it. I will say, these newer trucks are so nice, this camera is so good, and then it throws the e-brake on whenever I let off. So this is the house. You can see they've ripped all the stucco off the sides. So let's jump out and get this thing hooked up. It's flat out cold today. It's like 30 and feels like, I think, 15 or so, but see, this is our little trailer, but we'll get this thing, get the door shut, get this thing hooked up, and get to the dump. So we just pulled into the transfer station here, pulling up on the scales. We'll see what we weigh. I think our total weight's about 10,000 for the truck and trailer. In the small trailer, I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's 14,960. So we should be around 2.5 tons, so not heavy, really. So we'll wait for them to intercom. We'll be paying with the card. Thanks. So you can only pay with a card or a check here, so they always ask you when you pull in. So it's a nice transfer station. The only thing I see, like there's a congestion right here, is like when people are pulling in and pulling out, there's only one scale. So in like the summertime, we'll be like lined up, we'll be here for 2 hours or longer, you know. It's just, and then it's the only transfer station in an hour drive, so a landfill's 2 hours away. So we're kind of at their mercy of you know, their time. So not much we can do about that, and that's, I think, the reason why they charge so much. You know, we're paying almost 150 a ton, 150 a ton here. So it's, I mean, that's very high. We're in Arkansas, so it's that's a very high dump fee here. Our, you know, 2 hours away, they're paying 60 a ton. Get this thing backed up in here and get dumped and get the heck out of here. Had to wait in line for a little bit. Always slows it down when there's people like this with the utility trailer unloading it all by hand. Takes a little longer, but just part of it. We'll see if it picks the truck up or not. I don't think it's heavy enough to pick the truck up on this one. Nope. Still pretty heavy for this little trailer, but this trailer's got heavy axles. It's just the way it's built. It's so, I don't know if the axle's too far back or forward. This thing gets so squirrely on us. It's a good way to break a controller. A little bitty pile weighs 2.5 tons. So that trailer load right there weighed 2.2 tons. Total cost to dump was $308.73, if I can get that to focus for you guys. So 4,400 pounds at $130 a ton, and then taxes are $22. So $308 to dump at 2 tons basically. That's what I mean. That's why everything we do seems to be a little bit more expensive than it should be, just because our dump fees are so high. But we're gonna head back into town, pick up tires, and then we'll head up to the car lot, get it all opened up for the day, and we'll just see what we get into today. So we're about to pull in the car lot right here. We're just right off this is the main highway right through town. So we're right here on the corner. Walmart's right across the street. We have an awesome location. Been here since I don't know, before my time. We've owned this lot over here. Try to hit someone, but we used to be right there where the bank is. Sold it to them, bought this across the street. But so this is it. Opened in 1981. My grandpa started it, and then about 4 or 5 years, me, my dad, and my mom bought out my grandpa. So it's us three that run it now. So today, just back this trailer up. I park all my trailers back in that corner over there off to the side, and then when we don't have a ton of cars, I'll park it up front for advertisement. But today I know we just bought this red GMC over the weekend, and then bought that black Grand Cherokee right here over the weekend as well. So I got to detail those, so I'll get the office opened up, get the heat turned on in the garage, and then that way we're not working in the cold today. So here's the office. This is my desk. So you walk in, they see the highway's right there. So we got really good highway frontage. We've been very blessed. We don't have to do a lot of advertisement, really do none at all. Park our cars there. There's 25,000 cars that go past that light right there every day. And then having Walmart across the street, you know, there's always people at Walmart. But there's my desk, my mom's desk, and then we've got back office where I keep all my junk removal paperwork and stuff in that office. Then that's the paperwork for the car lot. It's back in there. That's the door. It goes upstairs. We actually have an office upstairs as well. My aunt used to be up there. She used to make signs and stuff, but now we sold our shop out back. And we've got our kitchen stuff in the back. And then we've got this front office, which was for our rental cars we were doing for a little bit, but we don't ever really use this office at all. People just come in the main door anyways. So simple office. We don't need much to run a car lot. I mean, really, you can do the whole thing off this one desk. So even if we were just in a little shed, you could do everything the same as having a bigger building like this. So we're gonna run over to the garage, get it opened up, and I'll show you all that stuff. And just we'll get the heater turned on over there because it is too cold to wash cars without no heat. But so this is our wash bay. So we got our soaps and everything, pressure washer. So we clean all of our cars in house. Now if they're really dirty, my buddy does own a detail shop downtown, so we'll go down there, drop them off, and then so that's really the only part for the car lot. The rest is our toys. You know, good. I'm pretty bad about buying shit when I don't need it. Bought this little 110 three-wheeler the other day. Well, I say the other day. It's been like 6 months ago. It was just sitting there, but I paid $700 for it, and it rides good. I need to order a new front fender and some tires for it. It's just something cool. You don't see them very often. Been redoing this one. That's a Suzuki Quad Sport 80. It's my brother's bike, but my dad brought it up here, just going through it. He's had it since he was like 5 years old. He's 26 now. Let's get this heat turned on. Turn it up to about 60 or so, be good. This is my truck. It's a 55 F100. I bought it about a year and a half ago. Non-running, no bed, nothing. So completely redid it all up here, built a flatbed on it. The reason we did this is actually a long wheelbase truck, and I didn't want to cut the frame in the front, so all I did was cut the back off 8 inches, so it's basically a short bed but with a long wheelbase. So it's got we did a 4-link suspension in it. It's also took a 2009 Crown Vic, cut it all up, took the motor, front clip, and then the drivetrain all out of it. So it's got the 4.6 V8 in it with the transmission, everything, all fuel injected. Good. Did the interior, still needs some work done, but got the seats done, the carpet in. It's got the Dakota digital dash, the vintage air. Pretty fun little truck. Like I said, it's been done now for like 6 months. I've just put gas in it for the first time like a month ago. I never drive. I maybe put 100 miles on it since I've finished it, but it's pretty cool. And then we've got our we ran a dirt track as well. That's my brother's, that's my dad's. I actually sold my car the end of almost a year and a half ago now. The track nearby dropped my class, so I'm not gonna drive. I don't have time to drive 4 hours to go race, but they still have their classes local, so they still got their cars. But let's see if this thing even starts. It's been here for a little bit. Let's set you guys up. I'll just bring you with me. But like I said, this took a while, lots of wiring. I'll show you. I will definitely recommend never going fuel injected with a Ford, because they are a absolute pain. This was hell. This thing would never run. And then finally I found it was one wire in here that was wrong, but you can see kind of this is just some of the wiring, and then we've got a bunch more, you know, your fuse panels and more wiring down in here. So it's like, I think around 500 or 600 different wires we had to run, and everything has to be perfect. If it's not, then it doesn't run. But keys over here. And like that, we had to hardwire the fuel pump in because it wasn't working, so it just will constantly run while the key's on. But let's see if she starts. Oh, fired right up. Got the side exhaust on it, so it sounds really good. That's the old fuel cell used to come out there. Now the fuel cell sits right here. But like I said, it runs good, gets up and goes. If you ever drove a Crown Vic, it's same as a cop car. You know, it'll easily do, you know, 150 or so, and in this truck it's sketchier than all heck going anywhere near that fast. But it's a fun little truck. I've got, I think, around 12 grand in it. You know, I paid 7 for the truck, and he had a bunch of parts that came with it, and then we just bought the Crown Vic. So there's that. So it's kind of where we do most of our work up here for the lot. We used to have an upstairs up here that stored a bunch of stuff. We ripped that all out, but like I said, we got our pressure washer, white wall cleaner, then our soaps. It's pretty much all you really need. A little battery rack, because having 25 cars out there, cold weather, batteries are always going. But got our rags, Armor All. We got acid for the wheels if they're really dirty. And then we just kind of end up storing shit we find, like this toolbox. I need to haul that off to the auction too. But yeah, so this is kind of where we do most of our work when we do work. The car business is a little bit different than junk removal. You know, it's kind of, you buy the car. That's the hardest thing, buying the car, finding a good car for an affordable price. That's the hardest part. But once you get that car, get detailed, it does itself out there. You know, you set out there, then they basically sell themselves. So it's not a lot of labor. You might have an hour or 2 hours in each car, but it's finding that car and then, you know, selling it, getting the financing done and all that. So more paperwork than actual work. And that is the main reason I started the junk removal business, because I absolutely I love working. I love working with my hands, and that gives me the opportunity. You know, I love owning equipment, so kind of just gave me an excuse to be able to go buy an excavator or tractor and trailers and all that, where here I don't need any of that stuff. But between this and the junk removal, I stay plenty busy. I'm here 5 days a week, 9:30 to 5. And then the junk removal, like you've seen, we started at 8 o'clock this morning, got that rental, got the tires fixed, got rental picked up, and then, so that's all we're doing today. Make a few $100 extra bucks there. And then when we do get big jobs, like I said, since me, my mom and dad own the place, I'll just take off. Like, we finished up the big job I took off here for 2 weeks to finish that up around the Christmas time area. So very lucky to be able to take off work whenever I feel like it. But yeah, that's kind of it. If we get into anything, or if I start detailing that truck here in a little bit, I'll bring you guys back and we'll just see what else we can get into today. So we've been pretty swamped this morning. This guy just showed up and is renting the little 7x12 dump trailer for the day. And then we've got another guy here that's buying this car. So it's definitely been a Monday. So I'm gonna get to work and try to get caught back up here real fast. So we just got this truck pulled in, got all the floor mats out. We did take all the seat covers off. We just set them over there. They said that they've been on since pretty much new. Tells you a little dead dog hair in here and stuff. But other than that, pretty clean truck. New cover, good miles on it, one owner. So get this thing cleaned up and get it posted in on the lot. And then we'll pull the next one in and just keep on. And heaters are doing well. It's like about 55, 60 in here, so can't complain too much. This razor sucks. People always put stickers all over these vehicles and we have to take them all off, and it sucks. But not too bad, I guess. Just razor blade really sucks. So get all these off and then start spraying her down. So it's 4:40 right now. We're just leaving the car lot. Got the red GMC up on the front line. Maybe somebody will come in and buy that thing soon. Like I said, it's like 4:40 now, so we're heading out. Got to head to the house, hook up the big dump trailer because we got a rental for it in the morning, and then got to plug in the other truck because we got to take it to pick up another trailer. So we're gonna head home, get all that done, and then we'll be done for the day. So I just made it back to the house. I've got to get that truck hooked up to this trailer. This one does have the 5th wheel ball in it, but I've never ran the plug-in power from here up into the bed. And to do it, I would have to like take the cables off the trailer here and pull it back to pull this back maybe into here so it could reach that far, and I just don't really want to do it. So I only use the new truck to pull this bigger trailer. But it's also been like 20 degrees all day, and this diesel is not plugged in. And on top of that, we just had an injector drop in it, so it's already been harder to start. They did fix all the injector and stuff, but he said it takes time for it to prime itself. So we'll see if it starts or not. Let's see. Actually surprising. I normally plug it in whenever it gets below, 30 degrees, just for ease of it. Smoking a little bit, it's not happy. Back this up out of the way, get that truck backed up over here. I've got to get this place cleaned up. It's looking like a dang junkyard around here. It's been going crazy, it seems like, but at least we're making money, I guess. Just leave this thing running and then I'll move it back over there so I can plug it in. This is our main truck. I'll normally drive this truck more than I'll drive my new truck. I don't know what about it, just a single cab. It's so easy to get into. These new trucks are just so dang big. I don't like the mirrors on it. I really don't like the 4-door. And I mean, I ordered it that way. I couldn't fathom spending like three grand less to get a single cab, which we do plan on getting a new single cab. I just don't know when we'll do it. So we'll get in this rig. This has got the 7.3 big block gas motor. It's been pretty awesome. I've hauled the last big job we were on. We had we hauled 11 or 12 loads of scrap in this red trailer. We hauled like a total of like 25 loads of scrap. But my heaviest load of scrap in this truck, or just in the trailer alone, was 20,000 in the trailer. So we were hauling, the trailer weighs 5, so that's 25,000 pounds, and did it no problem. I mean, it didn't like to stop, but it pulled it. That's the main thing you'll see. Even the little motors like a 6.2 gas in a Ford or 6.0 gas in your Chevys will pull fine. It's just stopping it behind these single wheels is what's difficult. But this trailer's nice. It's got the automatic jacks. Let's see. I think that was like a $1,200 option, but it's definitely worth it. So I'm gonna set you guys up, and I'm gonna back up here and get hooked up to this thing real fast. A little bit too far, but it's okay. Set this back down. That camera, it's got a third camera up there, which works great, but my toolbox blocks the view of the ball, so I mean, I'm just kind of guessing, but it's a lot easier than not having the camera. Down. And you watch, I'll barely pull forward and I'll be 10 feet away from this damn thing. Put it in park. Get the e-brake so we don't roll, hopefully. How is it? Beautiful. Right up hydraulically. So this is a 7 by 16 foot 10K axles, and it derated down to 15.5, so we're CDL legal. Texas Pride trailer. It's not bad, you know, it's definitely, you pay for what you get. It's a cheaper trailer compared to like your Raw Max and Max D's, but it's been really good for us. I mean, we've got 4 of them now, all the same brand. So hook that up. And then get this plugged in, and then we'll pull the white truck over here so we can plug it in with the extension cord, and we'll probably go ahead and plug in this trailer and then be right back. So grab the extension cord, just plug it in right here, makes it nice and simple. Let's just plug it in like that, and then we can just get a charger here. It doesn't show it's charging, but it does show it's charged. Let me see, make sure that lock is on. These outdoor plugs always seem to, yeah, see it's popped. Wind or water just got in here. So powered on, charging, so seems good to go. What I always do, this is your valve to switch it from the legs to the bed. Always switch that back to the bed. I'd rather this bed start going up while I'm going down the road than these jacks go down and then rip one of them off, because the bed starts going up, you're gonna notice it. You won't notice those till they hit something. That's gonna wrap it up today. Sorry we didn't make it out to the car wash. Like I said, kind of got wrapped up at the car lot. Sold one car, had like 3 test drives. We detailed the one truck. Didn't get to the Jeep yet, so I'll have to do that tomorrow. So I was dealing with trying to get internet as well over at the car wash. We have a guy come in to install card readers on all the bays, so gotta have internet for that. I called like 6 different internet providers, and they just keep asking all these questions, and I'm just trying to figure out if they even service that area or not, and they just want all your information before they even tell you if they can or not. But we got this hooked up. We got to drop that off in the morning, and then we'll come back, or probably end up just taking this. Go pick up another dumpster from a rental. She's had it for like 3 weeks now, so that's, you know, I don't mind. It's just, it's been out a while, which we do charge a daily fee, so she'll get another bill for that. But she did tell me she wasn't even done with it, but she's leaving out of town for another 3 weeks. So I told her it's cheaper just for us to pick it up, dump it, and we can bring her back a empty one for the same price that she would pay for those 3 weeks that she's gone for. So make sure you guys like, subscribe. We're gonna have more content coming. If there's anything you guys want to see in the business side of it, or any questions for me, how I got started, or whatever you guys want to see, please comment below so I know. Give me more ideas for videos. And then, since we didn't make it to the car wash today, I'll try to get another video out this week of us going there. There's not much going on with it being 10 to 30 degrees this whole week. It's gonna be super slow, so, but we'll go do a collection and stuff, and I'll film all that for you guys, so at least you guys can see it and see what that's like. But other than that, that's it. I'm gonna get off here, get inside and warm up. See you guys on the next one.